Greetings, Bioinformatics students. This is Dr. Steve Scheel. I'd like to welcome you to Bioinformatics 101 for the spring semester of 2013. My office is in Computer Science Center at room 160A. That's located in the back of the Coastal Science Center. It's where psychology and sociology used to be located. My phone number is 843-283-9991. My email, steves@coastal.edu. Right now, I don't have a student teaching assistant for the class. If we get one that will help with the grading, I'll let you know that person's information. What is bioinformatics? Well, it's an exciting subdiscipline of the computing sciences. It's basically data mining all that genetic information that is growing exponentially every day. It involves machine learning, and therefore it has a lot of interesting artificial intelligence components associated with it. So it's an exciting subdiscipline. The prerequisites for this course, there aren't any. If you've been accepted at Coastal, I know you're a bright student and that you can take this course, have fun with it, get your A. It's a good course to get an A in. It has both a lab and a lecture, so that A would be great for your GPA. In fact, a person could get an F in one regular 3-hour course, and if they got a A in our bioinformatics class with 4 hours, average those together, and you'd have a C average or a grades even above a C average. Target audience is, basically any student here at Coastal, but particularly the science students. Let's go over the description and objectives of the course. These are the things that I'd like you to know something about at the end of the semester. The good news is that we're not going to have any tests. So basically, let's look at number 1 here. Demonstrate an understanding of the basic knowledge of elements of molecular biology, proteins, amino acids, DNA, genetic code, and nucleic acids. Now, this sounds like a lot of stuff, but basically we're going to be learning by doing. We're going to be doing the labs in the lab class. We're going to be using the software packages associated with bioinformatics. And so all this material, some of it you probably know from a high school biology course or maybe a college course, but again, we're going to pick up this information almost by osmosis. That is, by doing, it's going to become knowledge for us. Number 2, demonstrate an understanding of how biological data is processed using computers. That's the data mining part, huge, vast amounts of data. Number 3, demonstrate an understanding of the internet and the World Wide Web as it relates to bioinformatics. The World Wide Web and the internet has allowed us to share bioinformatics, genetic information from one country to another. And that's why the database is growing exponentially. Demonstrate an understanding of the main genomic and protemic databases. You have the Swiss Prot over in Europe, NCBI here in America, and JPDB over in Japan, and many other databases and specialty databases. Demonstrate an understanding of the use of bioinformatics software for the analysis of DNA, protein sequences, and gene finding. Demonstrate an understanding of the functionality and use of various machine learning tools to classify datasets and define and classify genes. That's the artificial intelligence component of bioinformatics. Number 7, demonstrate an understanding of the ethical dilemmas associated with the use of bioinformatic resources. As we study genetic information, can we have designer children? Can we design our children to have blue eyes, green hair, and be 8 feet tall and can shoot basketball hoops like Michael Jordan? Or should we do it if we could? Demonstrate the ability to analyze current bioinformatics literature by preparing a scientific review paper or research paper based on a chosen bioinformatics topics. In the lecture class, 50% of the grade basically is going to come from the tests, the quizzes, and assignments. No tests, excuse me. And the other 50% of the grade is going to come from a research paper that you'll have plenty of time to do. You'll have a time to turn it in, I'll take a look at it, I'll get it back to you, make improvements, and then, obviously you go off and get your A on the paper. So if you work in this course and you stay up with it, it's an easy course to get an A. Here you see the course objectives mapped to department-wide student learning outcomes. What can I say about this? You'll probably see this chart on every syllabi you take in the computer science or information systems department, as far as our courses go. We are an ABET accredited department in terms of the computer science program. We're pursuing accreditation for the information systems, and that just goes to ensure you that this is a department with a mark of distinction. We're a good department. We have a lot of good young faculty. I think I hired every faculty we got now except for Professor Linder, and these are good people. Reference materials. Well, we'll be getting a lot of reference materials off the web. I will be posting materials on the Moodle website. The Moodle website is the learning management system that we're going to be using this semester. Previously, the university has been using Blackboard. Now they're experimenting with the Moodle. And I think overall we're going to like Moodle better than we did the Blackboard once we get used to how it's used. Notice that last sentence of that reference materials. The task of finding information on the net is an integral part of the learning process for the course. Bioinformatics is a dynamic discipline. Things change. A link will work one semester and it won't work the next because of the changing knowledge base. So a lot of times we go to find something, it's not there, then it becomes our task, our charge to get on the internet, Google it, and try to find alternative sources. Assessment. Well, let's see. Your grade is calculated from various assignments, including but not limited to the assignments, quizzes, and a research paper, and class participation via the internet. All assignments must be turned in via Moodle as an attachment, unless otherwise noted in class. Assignments can be turned in the format of an MS Word document or an Open Office document. If you don't have access to MS Word, or you don't want to spend money to purchase it, Open Office is a shareware office package, open source office package that you can download, and it gives you most of the features of Word and Excel and PowerPoint and all those kind of good things. And the neat thing about it is you can read Microsoft documents in Open Office, and you can save an Open Office document as a Microsoft document. So some of our students use this rather than spending the bucks on buying the Microsoft Office packages. When you turn an assignment in, I'd like it to start off with your last name, then the hyphen, and then the assignment number or name, .docx or .doc or Open Office document. And so always remember to turn your assignments in that format. Also, you want to make sure your name is in the assignment on the document itself. Late assignments. There normally will be plenty of time to submit your assignments. However, watch for the final deadlines. We got to learn to be responsible. We got to learn to get the assignments in on time. And with a distance learning class, that puts pressure on you. But on the other hand, if you stay up with it, this can be, like I said, an easy class. The grade breakdown, there's what we were talking about. The paper is going to count 50% of the grade in the course. Now, this research paper will be due, the latter part of the course, and then I'm going to take it, grade it, assess it, return it to you, you'll make improvements, and then, of course, you get the grade back. The rough draft will count about 25%, and the final paper will count about 25%. And I'll be providing you a lot more information later on about the choice of topics and what I need in the papers. But the important thing here is that, if the final paper is better than the rough draft, then I'll count the final paper for both the rough draft and the final paper. Now you add 50 and 50 together and that gives you 100%, but you can go out there and try to gain an additional 3% by online class participation. I'll be opening up a Facebook site for this class, a Facebook group for the class, and one of your assignments will be to join that. And a lot of times I'll be posting information about the course and about assignments and about interesting things that are related to the sciences and bioinformatics on the Facebook site as well as on the course webpage, Moodle. But here's the thing, when we have a forum where I ask questions to your response, or when you see something posted on Facebook that interests you, go ahead and participate. Give us your assessment of the question. Give us your opinion. We value your opinion on all these different topics. And you can basically get an extra 3% added to your final grade. So if you had a 87%, you get that extra 3 that pushes you over to the grade of an A. Computer requirements. In a distance learning class, you'll need to have access to a computer capable of internet access. It doesn't have to be a laptop. It could be a desktop. It could be any kind of computing device that can get on the internet. The good news about a distance learning class like this is technically you can take this class from any place in the world. Or during spring break when you're in Hawaii or Cancun or whatever, you can take your computer with you and work on computer science or bioinformatics while you're down there on your spring break. So, but it's important that you get with the class, keep up with it, and make sure you can get on the internet. And I'll be opening up those websites either tonight or tomorrow, so make sure you can go onto Moodle, get used to that learning management system, and see what you can do with it. Absence policy. Well, if this was a course that you had to attend course, it says, in accordance with the university's standing on absences, you are only allowed to miss 25% of the regularly scheduled class meetings. Well, our class can meet 24/7, so therefore, that wouldn't apply. But notice what I put there in the next part of the paragraph. It says, this is college, and there will be a lot of demands upon your time, both academic and socially, and you are in charge. The important thing is in this class is to keep in contact and don't let yourself get behind. If you stay up with it, it can be easy. Devote some energy to this class every day or, a good part of every other day. Academic integrity. Coastal Carolina University is an academic community that expects the highest standards of honesty, integrity, and personal responsibility. Members of this community are accountable for their actions, and reporting the inappropriate actions of others are committed to create an atmosphere of mutual respect and trust. So here's the thing. In a distance learning class, if you don't keep up or you get behind, it might be easy to say to your friend, hey, send me that assignment that you already got done, and I'll take a look at it, modify it, or maybe I'll just change the name and put it in. Well, we got some rather sophisticated software nowadays. Most departments have it, most universities have it, that compares students' answers and can really basically say, hey, this is a document that is a little bit on the plagiarism side. So here's what I'm saying. Take the high road, do your own work, because this is how we're going to learn. We're not going to have tests, so you don't have to cram for a test. We will have quizzes, but a lot of times the quizzes could be an all-day quiz or 5 hours to do the quiz. So, the thing is that we learn by doing. And so I'm going to trust you people to, take the high road and do your own work. What happens when you don't do your own work? What does it say there? Please note that all assignments are individual work unless otherwise specified. Academic dishonesty is a serious offense which carries a minimum penalty of a 0 grade on the assignment in question and include a failing grade for the course and or suspension or expulsion from the university. So basically, you know, I'm going to trust you to do your very best in the course. I like the course to be low key. I like it to be fun. And I'd like you basically to, to do your own work and stay with it. And again, if you have any further questions about the syllabus, feel free to give me, call me or stop by my office or, send me an email message. But again, welcome to the class, and I look forward to working with you this semester.